I've just left the barber's, and he always says to me, it's funny, it makes me laugh, he always says to me, how's life then, Zach, what's new? And I say, pretty much every time I say, I don't know, nothing's new, life's good. And he said, that's good. But he emphasized good, and I said, why is that, man? He said, because nothing's new, so nothing has changed, therefore nothing bad has happened. Therefore your life is stable. When I went out and drank and used drugs all the time, my life was never stable. It was these huge highs, which were fun, exciting, which then turned into these massive lows. And when you get sober, you realize that life can be very repetitive. It can almost seem boring some days, but how much better is that than the huge highs and massive lows? By massive lows, I mean I was suicidal at some points. My brain was so depleted of serotonin because of the amount of drugs I'd used the night before, that I was pretty much suicidal. I'd cry to myself on a Monday morning or Sunday evening because I was so low. So to now say life is boring and very repetitive, for me personally, is almost a blessing. There's no chaos in my life anymore. I spoke about this on my Instagram story. If you don't already follow me, I'm on that all day. I'm posting all day on my stories, so you can find that in the description. And yeah, man, life's a lot smoother than it ever was. Sometimes you have to appreciate the boringness, the repetitiveness, because that's truly where the magic happens. When you can stay disciplined for such a long amount of time, that's when your life truly begins to change. At first I thought, man, sobriety's boring, like when am I ever going to get these big highs again? But why would I want the big highs to then drop down to the huge lows? I thought I'd tell you that story, maybe it will enlighten you a little bit. But yeah, if you're ever thinking about sobriety, don't think everything's going to be, I thought, oh, my life is going to change straight away. Got to month 3, nothing had changed, so I thought, what's the point? My life wasn't that bad, right? It's very easy to forget all the bad times when you're glamorizing the good times. And then I got to month 6 and my life truly had changed. Everything was different. My relationship had improved massively. My parents started to trust me again. All my relationships improved. My mental health improved. My physique improved. Every single thing in my life improved since going sober. And if you're ready to make that big leap, yes, it's scary. You know, as humans, our brains are scared of change. But the magic you're searching for is in the work you're avoiding. Let me repeat that. The magic you're searching for is in the work you're avoiding. So that magic you want, if there's something that lingers in your mind and makes you think, man, if I change that, like, my life will change. That is exactly what you need to do. You need to change that one thing. And I'm helping men become the best version of themselves. Not only get sober, not only get in the best shape of their life, but make their mind state or mindset the best it's ever been. I honestly never believed this life was real. This life was possible for me to achieve, and now it's like I'm waking up in a dream. So if you're ready to turn your life around, you can always book a call down with me below. I hope this video helped you in some kind of way. I hope that small story from my barber changed your perspective or mindset on certain things. And if you just want to reach out and connect, you can always message me on my Instagram also, which is down in the description. Cheers, guys.